What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Conversation Station. This episode, we're going to be talking about the Fortnite and Simpsons collab. This new season launched on November 1st, and everybody was pretty excited about it. There was a little bit of speculation that it might not come out too good, but just seeing the numbers and how it's been doing in the past few days, I think anybody that said anything negative about it has been truly just proven completely wrong. 10 hours ago, Fortnite tweeted that in 48 hours, we welcome the biggest number of new and returning Fortnite players since last holiday season. And the first Fortnite movie, Fortnite Simpsons short, popped up to #1 on Disney Plus today in the US. So that's really cool. And bringing The Simpsons to the attention of more people, both new fans and, old, I'm sure. I'm sure people who have never played Fortnite before probably logged in just because they really love The Simpsons. I know adult animation doesn't really get the respect and credit that it deserves, but these shows are really important and they're really cool, and they deal with a lot of complex emotions and a lot of complex situations on top of the funny and all the funny and just ridiculousness that you see. But I really think adult animation shows are extremely important, and I think stuff like this that can bring a dad or a grandfather or whoever and a kid together because it's two things that they both like. Honestly, you're just never gonna get me to say a bad thing about it. Now, I don't watch The Simpsons as much, but I do enjoy it every now and again. And they offered us some pretty cool skins, the first one being Marge, and then there's Witch Marge, and a few others. There's a Homer skin being like the big main attraction, obviously, or the big main get. And a lot of people are already getting the evil Homer skin, which is like the bonus one. And I believe on November 11th, they're going to have another thing be announced, like another skin or another thing that you can earn. Now, this is a full layout of like Springfield or Springfield style areas within the Fortnite map. It's a huge map, and it goes with the Simpsons intro as soon as you launch in. It's just really colorful and bright. Fortnite's always colorful and bright, but just seeing it with like the Simpsons style, it's really cool. It's cool to see that type of animation and everything, and it looks really good. There's small little details, like if you play music and like rock out next to big glass buildings, the glass will shatter. So there's really cool stuff like that they added, and like there's a whole new gun layout, and I really like the little revolver that they have. That one's just sick. I don't know why, I just really like that sound. It's like ASMR, it just sounds good to me. But that's like my favorite gun to use. Also a gun called the Krusty gun, which I haven't got yet, or something like that, and it like shoots balloons at you and it makes you float away. I've been shot with it, but I haven't been able to pick it up yet, so I would be interested to see how that one shoots and works. Fortnite's also added companions this season, and people were already speculating that they were, but they were excited when they put them in anyway. I've seen a few people like complaining that you press square to pet the animal, and you also press square to reload. So they were saying like sometimes when they go to press square to reload, it would pet the animal. I personally haven't had that problem at all. I use the companion, and it runs around with you, and it teleports like basically to where you are, and when you get eliminated, it teleports away and comes back. So it's pretty cool. I haven't noticed it getting in my way or bothering me at all. But that's the point of games. Everybody has a different experience. And that's the point of whole like bug, catching. Like they got to catch these things and fix them. So, maybe it was an issue for a short time. But the map layout is really fun. I like the nuclear power plant where you can kind of go in the fans and just shoot yourself up and glide down to wherever you want to go. Little details like that. It's kind of like that Doom Castle we had with the Marvel season when it kind of shoots you. You jump in the middle and the fan shoots you up. Now, if you go to the Simpsons home, you can sit on the couch and take a little picture with your friends or your team, and that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they added that. I've seen some people go with like the Peter, Bob, Hank, and Homer skin, and they all sit together, and I thought that was really sick. Just the fact that we got all these adult animation characters. We got Bob not too long ago. We've had the muscly Peter Griffin and Hank Hill not too long ago. Simpsons just feels like the right way to go. It feels like, it probably should have been first, but it's nice that they waited this long because, it feels like more of a treat. A lot of people are asking for Simpsons Hit and Run to be remade from this just because of the numbers, and remake would go crazy. I personally never played Simpsons Hit and Run, but I've only ever heard good things. I heard that people who used to play it just used to play it for hours because it was a whole lot of fun, and it's one of those games that, they really think that if it got a re-release that it would do some crazy numbers. Now, whether or not a gaming company thinks that's worth actually taking the risk, that's another story. On the back of the convenience stores, you can spray a El Barto graffiti tag, and there's other stuff like you can answer the phone and do one of the Bart's prank calls to Mo, and you can hear it on there. So it's just a lot of cool details that, of course, they would have to add, that kind of stuff, but you just never know what to expect. The glider was pretty cool with Maggie in the shopping cart. I really enjoyed that one. The little umbrella with the saucer was really sick. Like I said, most of all, it's just cool that it's like bringing older and younger generations together, and it's opening younger audiences up to The Simpsons. And while even if, let's say, somebody's like 10 or 11 and, maybe their parents won't necessarily let them watch The Simpsons yet, when they get older, it's just one of those things that they'll kind of feel like, maybe a little bit of nostalgia. Like, oh, I remember, getting on Fortnite and earning this battle pass with my dad or with whoever or by myself. And now, now I'm going to check out this show because that reference point. So it also does like that whole future thing. You could, end up having, future audiences and people that just go back on it for, to have a blast from the past. I will say about this battle pass is it does feel actually worth it. Getting the Homer skin and the Marge skin and even the evil Homer skin and the Ned Flanders skin as well. They didn't hold back and they didn't give any lame skins like in between. Hopefully in the future we can get more like adult animation or just different kind of shows coming into Fortnite. They, like I said, did a great job with the skins this season. I really appreciate any time you spend watching my show. Thank you, and hope to see you again.